What's up, everybody? Thanks for stopping by my channel. It's Esteemed Queen and Mentality. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below so that way you get to know when I post all of my tea talks. I hope y'all are doing well and swell. Alright, striving and surviving. Okay, hope everybody had a wonderful July 4th. I'm trying to think of any other days I've missed, but either way you look at it, I hope all y'all are doing well and swell. It's been a while, so go ahead, get your water, get your wine, get whatever it is that you got sipping and chill and waiting for your lips. Get it and bring it close. I think all of my church announcements are down below. Yeah, so anyhow, go ahead and bring it close. Now, I know I've been missing in action. It's because I've been productive behind the scenes, alright? So, of course, I always have a lot to talk about when I come back from doing things, right? So, this tea talk is somewhat of a, what's the word? I want to say sequel to the Suck It Up video, but it's a little bit different this time. Now, in the midst of me having to like be away and do things and all that good jazz, we have to keep a couple of things in mind when we decide to go on our way and go about our way, knowing more than what we did before, you know, things happen in life. You know, events change in people's lives, and life events change people's lives in many ways. So I like to keep this in mind, especially when you have seen it done more times than before not. I know I sound like I'm speaking Shakespeare this morning, and I kind of feel like I am too. But we're gonna roll with it, okay? We're gonna roll with it. So I remember in that video in the past, I had spoke of something a bit close and personal to me, and I had to get to a place where I just had to suck it up and realize that me loving knowledge, that means it's something else for me to explore for myself, so then that way I have a better understanding on how to maneuver through a situation, should it come up, should it always be a precedent to something, etc. And so this conversation, this tea talk topic, yeah, it's somewhat of a sequel. It's somewhat of a sequel, but in a different way, in a different perspective. Now, for me, I don't know about y'all, but I love the Lord. Okay, hallelujah. I love the Lord. And so, all things that I do are through Him, correct? So, we all have been in times, right? And we're gonna go right into this. We all have been in times where it's been trying, where it's been aggravating, where it's been overwhelming, when it has been exhausting, when it's been irritating, when it's been dirty, when it's been sneaky, when it's been dark, when it's been hollow, when it's been shallow, you name it. Name whatever adjective you want to, bitch, but it's happened. Alright? And so, through that whole entire process of having to acknowledge what's going on, and then realizing how you're going to move in the situation, but yet, you know, we always used to say God's never on our time, it's on His time. But needless to say, He don't really put anything on you that He don't already know you gonna come through. Like, if you already know you're gonna come through on the other side, then the only thing that's missing in the middle is how you gonna tighten up. And that's what we need to talk about, is tightening up. Now, some of us may think others are crazy. Some others may really, you know, be, you know, I don't want to get too political, but they actually can be advocacy of good things happening as long as you sow your seeds right. That's what happens in between that tightening up period, where you know how this is going to end. It's going to end in your favor because you started out with one that's on your favor. All right. But in the meantime, in between time, between what you know and what's going to happen, how you going to tighten up to actually see them results come through. All right. You want to start a business. You want to go out here. You want to do this, that, and the third. You want to gain all this popularity and people being familiar with your ass. What are you going to do to tighten up to make sure that that happens? You want to go back to school. You want to pass with good grades. But yet you out here partying like every day's a Friday. The fuck are you going to do to make sure that you tighten up? Right? So, a little story time. Not going to take too long, because, you know, I gotta get to work soon. So, I want to say, literally, this has happened in the last 6 months. And at this point in time, like, can't nobody tell me different. And I not so much refuse to hear it, but just understand where my stance and my feet are. Like, you can't tell me any different about my God. So, a couple months ago, one of those suck it up moments came up. And so it came up on something that, needless to say, put me back into line. And when it put me back into line, then I knew right then and there, you know, for the rest of my days living, it's not so much of me being a person that sits around or walks around or is busy and goes around and tell people like things can really happen. They can. You know that saying, faith without works is dead. You know that saying, a man who don't work don't eat. I'm trying to think of them all while they on the top of my dome, on top of my hair hat. I'm trying to think about them all. But needless to say, they all say that there is an effect without a cause. And there isn't no cause without an effect, right? All right. Well, I've mentioned this before too. A lot of times we say we had a suck-ass day the day before, but then yet we right back in that same, you know, in that mindset where it's kind of just like on airplane mode, where it's just like everything, today's a new day, let's set out and see what happens. And so what was yesterday doesn't really bother you too much, because now you're focused on the present moment. Yesterday sucked, but today it's going to be different. All right. Well, when we make these affirmations and we sit here in candlelit rooms, Indian style, and say, you know, these are the things that I'm speaking over me, to have them come to fruition, to see them, you know, be able to show to me that God is real or the universe is real. I need for you to take a moment in between what you asking and what you already know on how to get started and how to be proactive, so that way you can start actually crossing off those milestones. How you gonna tighten up first? Ain't no reason for you to be out here asking for a Christmas list long as shit, and yet you can't even know your place on the board. How you gonna tighten up? Now, this is not me digging into you. This is not me, you know, trying to chastise you, but this is me giving you some food for thought. How are you going to tighten up? Because if you've seen that things can change, and you see how things can move according to the seeds that you sow and what you do in your actions and how you treat people, you can see all those things harvest good things coming back to you. We need to keep in mind, just because we're getting it doesn't mean that we slack up. We tighten up even more, because see, if the universe and God trust you with a little bit, if he trusts you with the things that you don't really care for, but you still take care of them as if like they're precious diamonds, jewels, and gold, as if like you really know, like this may be a rock but a whole bushel of roses can come from it. When you put in that work to show the value in what you have, that includes yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, that's when all the tightening up that you're doing, even though you may feel like it's a job, but guess what happens when bosses see you do your job? You get raises. So again, you gonna tighten up. How? Put it down below. I would love to see it. I would love to hear it. And I would love to touch and agree with you, okay, from a distance, that should you tighten up, all those things are going to come. We can't wish and sit on our ass. Then that's just dreaming. But when you actually get up and put some emphasis and you put some calorie burning behind it, man, a wise person once told me back in the day when I had first moved down here, enough small fishes would equal a can of sardines. You may not be working right now. How about if you so happens to have businesses? Okay, go find you some more marketplaces. Enough small fishes equal a can of sardines. You may feel as if like your talent right now is like real small time because you feel as if like everything else is taking over, like it's mainstream. I gotta hurry up. Oh wait, how long ago? Oh, he just texted that. Okay. So, no, email it. Email it. Email it to me, please. Okay. Let me go back. I'm trying to remember. See, this is why I'm like fucking on my phone while I'm recording. But, yeah. How are you going to tighten up? Because without tightening up, and you actually putting some emphasis behind it, all you doing is dreaming and lying. You dreaming seeming to everybody else, but you're lying to yourself in the process. We need to stop doing that. It is okay for you to put aside immature things and get up and do something for yourself. Look at the times, bitch. We all around here riding lawnmowers to work because gas is too high to put into a 10-gallon damn gas tank. We all out here pushing the bikes up the hills, bitch, because gas is too high. Well, guess what? Every life has value. In every manifestation and affirmation you're looking to have and accomplish, they come with a cost too. So, how are you gonna tighten up? I know I'm about to tighten up. I'm about to tighten up this hair hat. I'm about to haul off and go find me something to eat for breakfast because I got nothing but Zoom meetings today. Alright? I just wanted to stop in to let y'all know I'm living, I'm breathing, I'm existing, I'm tightening up. I'm tightening up. It's okay for you to see that you're comfortable, but don't be so ignorant to the fact that you're comfortable. You sit down and you think you can just, life is a couch. It's not. Because even though money don't run me, money does help me sustain. It does. So in the meantime, in between time, the holiday season is about to come up. Y'all go and look down below to all of the links to my boutiques, to my shops. This, I think this video is sponsored by e.l.f. by all means. e.l.f. Cosmetics. I love them. Very natural. It doesn't clog your pores. And right now, I think they got a 4th of July sale going on, so go ahead and use that discount link down below. Let them know that Esteemed Queen has sent you there. Other than that, I think I'll be back later on this week. We'll see how it goes, because to me this is Monday, but bitch is Tuesday. So we'll see how the week go, but make sure that y'all head over to my secondary channel, Stella Bistro Foods. I will be posting a couple of videos over there this week. I've been super backed up on releasing videos over there, but you do have some coming soon. Outside of that, I hope y'all all have a wonderful week. I touch and agree that you all stay safe, hydrated, and just keep working. Just keep working. Some days it feel like hell, but you know what? At least you feeling something. So as long as you can feel and as long as you can relate, you need to keep pushing. All right. The only time you fuck up is when you sit down. So be sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below, and I will talk to y'all later.